Fashion News opens its fashion vaults to the most important, influential, and trend-setting designers of the last 30 years. Designer Marathon brings you a unique chronicle of the milestone moments, the landmark collections, the exhibitions, the favorite models, and the creative process behind every designer's career. From the first to the last, from the shocking to the classic, follow the evolution of the world's top designers from rising star to fashion icon. It's all here in the vault, a retro-spectacular timeline, a designer marathon. Filled with lavish parties, celebrity entourages, and miles of platinum blonde hair, the glamorous life of Donatella Versace personifies the daring, brazenly sexy brand built by her brother, Gianni Versace. Donatella was long Gianni's creative muse, in addition to designing his secondary line, VERSACE. Sadly, it was Gianni's tragic death in July of 1997 that catapulted Donatella to the helm of the entire Versace empire.
I learned from my brother that you don't do things with passion and the same things you believe in. Eventually educate people to understand what you're doing.
I think that Donatella took Gianni's style and made it a little softer and more feminine.
Drawing from Gianni's signatures, Donatella has perfected the show-stopping red carpet gown and secured her role as one of the world's top designers.
Nobody does what Donatella does. It was charming, so feminine, so seductive.
I love people to see my sweet side, but I like my sexy side better. Sexy clothes, that's what I like, I believe.
In the wake of Gianni Versace's tragic and untimely death, Spring '98 marked the beginning of his sister Donatella's turn at the head of the Versace design empire.
She's got the support of the world. I mean, she really does have. So, at the moment, she's nervous, but I think she's she has a very sure hand, which is great.
Donatella's first task was one that she was familiar with, their secondary collection, VERSACE.
I really enjoyed VERSACE. I felt that Donatella Versace had done an amazing job. I mean, considering the grief and the pressure and everything she must have been under to actually pull, that collection together. And it was streetwise, it was funky.
I thought both VERSACE and Istante were very refreshing and very distinct and very young, but with a very great sense of style.
It has an incredible feeling of not only an athletic feeling, but also of couture-type fabrics mixed with urban fabrics. And you have that feeling of the street, of Army Navy, but refined. Nude colors and a shot of bright green, bright orange, bright yellow.
But the most anticipated show was the Versace Signature Collection. In addition to the usual glitterati in attendance, stars of the international design community turned out to show their support.
It was obviously a very emotional evening for all of us, but I think that Donatella took Gianni's style and made it a little softer and more feminine, and there were lots of spectacular evening clothes, which is what everybody associates with the Versace name.
It was very, very curvy, and Donatella was very pleased with what's happening to it. And she's used a lot of men's fabrics in the dresses and in the bustiers, and I love that. Vito Paul, those kind of checks and things, and really nice. Not really Prince of Wales, more houndstoothy kind of things, but very, very feminine.
very sexy, very body conscious, and I think in the incredibly short time and under the amazing stress that she was operating under, she did a fantastic job.
Welcome to the Versace Dome.
London is very Versus for me, as New York is very Gianni Versace, as Istante is more Europe.
With 3 collections under her direction, Donatella continues the House of Versace's legacy, their love for fabric as it embraces modern women.
Nobody does what Donatella does. It was charming, so feminine, so seductive. I just loved it. It was great.
It was great. Fun, sexy, spectacular. Very Versace.
And shining. It was so sexy and beautiful and feminine and strong. The girls had great attitude. The music was great. It was just a great show.
With the lighting, the lasers, you get to create. That's what we did. We created a club effect, and then with the clothing, it's sort of like it plays off each other.
I thought the girls looked great, the hair and makeup. It was very sexy and yet very pastel-y for Versace.
We had looked at all the fabrics and seen a lot of pastels, so it's just a contoured eye, a very good eye that made the eye look large, and then a really natural gloss skin.
It's a modern take on a Veronica Lake. It's sexy over one eye with a wave, but then the rest of it is stick straight.
The inspiration of this collection was first a book of Bruce Weber called Rio de Janeiro, and then the inspiration is about life in general. It's about women who like to dare, who like to play with clothes more than before. There's a big comeback of prints in this collection. The prints some are computerized, geometric, and some are floral prints mixed up together. Beautiful sand, beach through a color length. So that was my inspiration for the colors. The silhouette this season, as always in this house, is very tight, very fitted, but at the same time comfortable. It's not about one item of the wardrobe, it's about many different things and play with them.
The nuances of a designer's message are rendered in the hair and makeup, and at Versace, the look was decidedly strong.
Very strong, you know, nothing weak, very strong, very sensuous, very feminine, and that's what we went for.
Donatella wanted sexy hair. That's basically what she said to me, and I thought of giving the girls sort of a biker chick, rock and roll chick kind of look.
In a darkened venue, Donatella Versace set the pace of fall to a disco beat, which meant sexy, tight silhouettes in velvet, mink, and lace, with unexpected touches of schoolgirl plans.
I love people to see my sweet side, but I like my sexy side better. I try to stay away a bit from the glitzy, the normal glitzy I do usually, going to a more sophisticated mood, but more funky in the same way. I mixed up snake skin with different kind of leather and embroidered with natural material like coral, mother of pearl or turquoise. I put a lot of attention in the texture for the clothes and the accessories. I put a lot of attention to the accessories this season. First, because they're very good business for us. Second of all, because I think accessories can make an outfit. I learned from my brother that you do things with passion and the same things you believe in. Eventually educate people to understand what you're doing. Only if you risk, you can reach something good. I like sexy clothes. That's what I like, I believe. I can feel the energy. If I couldn't feel this kind of energy backstage, I already think that the show is a flop.
The show before the show starts hours ahead of time at Versace with the finalizing of hair and makeup.
This show is bigger than life, so the hair is going to be that too. We're setting it in sort of big curls and then back combing it really big and then messing it up just to look really big and sexy.
Hair and makeup's beautiful and everything's just perfect. It's Versace and everything's very sexy and it's always like so much fun, the best show to do.
Typical of any Versace event, this was a celebrity-packed affair with all participants eager to herald in spring's sizzle.
The first thing that struck me was the high-intensity, high-voltage colour and the razzle-dazzle and the shine and the amount of gold and the 7-inch heels, and it's like looking around and saying to yourself, hey, suddenly it's all right to party again.
It was a lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of passion.
Donatella reinterpreted her brother Gianni Versace's signature bold prints into a lively Latino melange.
Took some of them and mixed them together and reprinted and put the fluorescent colors, the different shades of colors. I did a patchwork of the best Versace print, but no shirt, because Gianni was famous for 80 shirts. I want to make a point about an embellishment, especially on the clothes. It really is different. The only embellishment as embroidered I use on the clothes are some Swarovski stone, which were made especially for me in different colors. Another embellishment is jewelry, but not real jewelry, or jewelry where you stitch the dress on, so around the neck.
I thought this was Donatella Versace's super best collection. It was sexy yet restrained and refined sexy and very, very wearable. I thought it was great.
Being sexy for me means to like myself. And I think women should learn to love themselves even if they're not perfect. But the thing is to make a point and say we are beautiful, we are intelligent, we can look better.
Leave it to Donatella Versace to create a happening, even backstage.
I think it's very funny. There is a lot of action that I like. I mean, I feel fascinated by people making up girls, doing hair. This is a real spectacle here.
Hair and makeup are always important at Versace, and this season was no exception.
We're giving a sort of a modern version of Belle de Jour or Valley of the Dolls. It's a little rougher texture, it's a little lighter, not so stiff. It will have more movement.
We just decided to go with the strong eyes, which is very Versace, but this time to change different colors and have different shades of lavender, different shades of blue, different shades of green. I'd say powerful color and still quite ladylike as well.
Donatella's vibrant Learjet luxury took on a graphic course for fall, with optical motifs and tech flame prints, and fur, diamonds, and impeccably creased suiting, up to this collection's accent on glamour.
I'm very excited about this collection. I think it's the past pre-season I started to evolve my own style, and I believe in this women tonight on the runway. I think it's very elegant, accurate, beautiful makeup and hair, real jewelry. What I did, I used this kind of design to follow the body, I print the fabric in a way I didn't have to cut the dress anyway, in the waist or anyway. You just follow the body. So you have circle going around the waist, that makes the waist look smaller. You know, so I concentrated on that.
The Donatella Versace show was the best show of the season, in my opinion, in Milan. I just think those dresses that had the kind of spin art patterns on them were just the sexiest dresses of the season.
The silhouette is very slim for the pantsuit, and sweatshirts very, very slim. The cocktail dress are a bit flirty, and usually slim, yeah. The leather is almost lizard, almost everything is lizard in different colors. And the furs are fox, it's a touch of fox, so different fox in different color. And a mink, Chinese mink.
Everybody had like the perfect makeup, the perfect outfit, little fur vests, very strong, very sexy, very Valley of the Dolls. I think Donatella did an unreal job with that collection. I have to say, Versace was the sexiest.
Following the yellow brick road to Emerald City this season meant you'd end up in Milan and backstage at Versace. Donatella's directive for the trip: coiffed hair and dramatic eyes.
So it's completely all black and grey in the eye, and then highlighted in like a pearly ivory colour, and then absolute blush on the temples and cheekbones, and a very uniform, very well made up skin.
We have two really tight French twists that go and meet in the back, and then this tease. I think there's a toughness to it, but it also remains elegant.
Celebrity front row wrangling preceded the show, but once the crowd settled, Donatella Versace defiantly looked back to the 80s with a vengeance.
Of course, Donatella Versace, whose brother completely defined the 80s, has come with this updating of the Pucci print and all these wonderful sort of strong 80s looks that are sort of sleek and sexy.
Jersey dresses with sensual draping referenced flash dance dressing in its most luxe incarnation. The myriad of black and ivory dresses were broken up with spattered bold graphic prints. On the accessories front, tassels laced high heels. The spatter print added a punch to bags, and wide belt cinched waists, proving where the focal point of spring is.
I mean, I think Donatella has learned to take the signatures of the house and turn them into these wonderful creations that are very much her own.
I learned from my brother that you don't do things with passion and the same things you believe in, and eventually educate people to understand what you're doing. Only if you risk, you can reach something good.
For spring, designer Donatella Versace promoted the high-octane glamour that has made the house famous.
Jennifer Lopez was the guest of honor this season, newlywed Jennifer, so it almost felt like the whole collection could have been worn by her.
Versace is always the show that ends the season with a big bang and lots of bombshell looks. And this season, she really pulled it together with some great leather outfits. There was a red leather trench that was just killer, really to die for. A lot of fringe white leather suits that, you sort of had this fantasy of either Las Vegas or, 60s style movie stars, like Sharon Tate traipsing around Hollywood in them.
I thought Donatella Versace did the most brilliant collection. Not only does she specialise in giving sex on legs to women, but she also was able to produce a collection which was very clever, very beautifully crafted.
I thought it was a really strong show for her, actually. I thought it was really nice to see her use some softer fabrics, to see her use things like eyelet and her ruffle detail. And again, she did a lot of cutout, and it looked really good.
Bold colors like violet, red, prints that looked like they could have come from a Warhol canvas.
She did a short mini dress that the minute it came out, you knew that it was already going to be reserved by like 15 magazines and 14 celebrities. I mean, you're not going to be able to stop seeing those clothes this season, I'm sure.
Suggestive lacing in both knits and leather proved revealing.
All the laces was just the sort of clothes that celebrities are going to be wearing in spring, summer next year for sure. They're the sort of dresses which if you've got a good body, you should rush to buy because that is going to show it off to perfection.
Then at the end, she had these incredible evening dresses that brought to mind Las Vegas showgirls. She really knows how to put on a great, colorful show.
It was really just a very fun, uplifting collection. As always, Donatella's at her best doing really sexy, fun, upbeat clothes, and she did it really well this time, I thought.
If the dramatic hair and makeup were clues of the clothes to come, we were in for a vivid expression at Versace.
I love people to see my sweet side, but I like my sexy side better.
Indeed, Donatella's signature sexiness reigned. She played with quick and easy separates in an explosion of colors. From solid to color blocks, irregular stripes to vivid optical mixes, Donatella went kaleidoscopic. Silhouettes were kept lean and clean and were contrasted by softly draped or ruched fabrics. Fabrics included lacquered linens and cottons, treated to look distressed, triple-layered chiffons and georgettes.
First, because of very good business for us, because I think accessory, I can make an outfit actually today.
Silk jersey took center stage, both in matte and shiny versions. This designer always designs for the woman in control, whether it's her life, her sex, her clothes.
I like sexy clothes. That's what I like, I believe.
At VERSACE and VERSACE, a bold, fast-paced backstage sets the pace for the collections to come.
Versace golden and very sexy, very strong, very womanly. Lots of different golds, yellow gold, white gold and bronze. And then for VERSACE, very almost punky, almost futuristic. But it was an inspiration from Debbie Harry, but she's very cool. So it's based on blue and black. So bronzes and cold colors of blue and black.
Donatella gave a double dose of glamour when she staged a dual showing of both the VERSACE and VERSACE collections.
La VERSACE è il mio primo bambino, perché è la prima collezione che Gianni ha affidato a me completamente. L'ho sfilata a New York la prima volta e è un successore. Era molto orientata verso il rock and roll, adesso la VERSACE è più sofisticata, molto d'avanguardia, molto particolare, io la trovo divina.
Donatella described the VERSACE collection as scrap and secure. Tailoring was delivered through swift graphic construction and softer pieces. Strategically hug the figure with harness-like strapping. Memphis, the bold furniture collection from 80s Milan, was the inspiration behind the strong graphic colors. And for the VERSACE finale, it was a colorful parade of camel jersey and Georgette dresses. At VERSACE, the house's great tradition of prints reigned. For spring, a floral universe prevailed, passing from psychedelic to baroque.
Versace sono stata leale alla casa Versace e ho voluto rilanciare le stampe perché appartengono a Versace, a Gianni. Gianni ha fatto delle stampe strepitose, è diventato famoso in tutto il mondo quando le ha messe tutte insieme, ha fatto una sfilata tutte le stampe e sono dei capolavori.
Frills, ruffles, and necklines noted the softer side of spring. A tailored wardrobe could be had with impeccable pants, fitted suits, and smart stretch trench coats. The boldest hues were reserved for evening. Dresses of airy chiffons with provocative necklines are sure to become red carpet musts. Donatella, moving the fashion momentum forward at VERSACE.
It is very young, wearable, strong, and it definitely gives a message.
As usual, with back-to-back presentations, the hair and makeup area at VERSACE and VERSACE was a somewhat controlled chaos. Liz Hurley and Rupert Everett posed for pictures with the designer, while models did what models always do with their downtime.
I thought it was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. VERSACE was interesting because it was really like VERSACE was the little sister to VERSACE this time around. I felt like they both embodied this like great rebellious punk feeling, but you saw like VERSACE kind of being the younger version with, you know, just like slightly younger silhouettes.
mentioned in her program notes, Donatella was wardrobing a modern-day Marianne Faithfull and a runaway princess. She said that her Versus girl understands tradition but doesn't let it stop her from having a good time.
Suddenly Versace was this sophisticated yet punk collection. I thought there were some amazing suits. I thought all the stunning detail was so great. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was, there were a lot of great clothes in that collection.
Donatella just sort of, made fun of the whole thing in a perverse way. She's like, everybody's doing tweets, so she does really big tweets. Everybody's fringing things, she makes really great big fringe. It's like sort of people are showing brooches on things. She shows them, but she shows them in a kind of silly way. She doesn't use these really somber colors. She uses really vivid colors. I thought it was like just sort of making fun of something that is, there's an aspect of fashion that right now people are taking really seriously.
Oh, the evening wear is amazing, and she's creating a different kind of evening collection. I mean, it's elegant, but it's definitely edgy, and it's definitely it might be a little more for a rock star than, an actress.
I thought she did a really good job of just seeing what was in the moment, having a little fun with it, and still being Versace.
Well, the show's really, really great, both Versus and Versace, actually. Versace is very classical. It might remind you a little bit of some of Gianni's really classical stuff, like suits, skirts, beautiful fabrics. The evening, it's a great, great show. She's really on form.
It's a new femininity, a new sensuality, not too loud, very soft.
For spring, Donatella Versace dropped last season's rock chicks like a one-hit wonder, instead revisiting some of the bold signatures of her late brother's heyday.
This is really about grown-up women, how most women would sort of recognize clothes. They're really well cut. It's about the boobs, it's about the butt, it's about the waist.
It's about the nature, the sea, the bottom of the sea, the corals, and everything belongs to the sea in the summer. She's a goddess of the sea. She's a Venus coming out of the water. She has a sense of lightness, of fluidity, of very light colors, almost transparent colors.
And let's talk about really good grooming here. Great hair, immaculate.
The hair's like very easy, so it's like a sporty Versace kind of woman. Like, it's still blown out, it's still got the sort of like richness, but hopefully it comes across looking much more easy. It's not so ladylike or, big and wavy that which you've done before here.
We're doing a very beautiful golden skin and a beautiful light bronze apricot eye, a little bit of contour, fake lashes, and a beige mouth with a beautiful apricot lip gloss for Versace. And that's what we're doing. Very, very, smooth skin.
She's well rested, she's in shape, she looks good, her cheeks are rosy, her lip gloss is nude, and she's got all the clothes to match.
I love dresses, so it was just about dresses for day, for night, all the time. And I love a lot of sequins, a lot of skin color. It was a very feminine day. But I think going to be a warm season because no one sweater, just one coat.
She got rid of a lot of the embellishments. Mm-hmm. No, okay, it was on the bags. You didn't see it anywhere else.
The accessories are a big statement in this show. I really believe that one bag or pair of shoes can give you the Versace look and not necessarily have to be worn with the Versace outfit. You can wear a t-shirt, a pair of jeans, absolutely ordinary, and have a Versace bag and give the Versace look.
I loved it. I thought it was so fresh. I mean, I just feel like there's like an invigoration at the house that you can really see in these clothes. They're simple, they're modern, they're clean, but really, really super fresh. Just fresh and clean. It was like ice cream sherbet.
For fall, Donatella Versace scaled back and took a more sophisticated direction.
It was very Versace, but it was quite stripped down. It was quite simple.
It was really sexy, but it was fresh, and I thought because she pared down the embellishment for day, you could really focus on the quality of the clothes.
The Versace Baba Boom Factor took a backseat to precise tailoring and clean lines. Even the model's hair and makeup embodied the new look.
I am doing like just very simple, especially for Versace, just very simple kind of blown out hair with the centre parted. So it's just like, it's still glamorous, but it's not the pumped up glamour you might have seen at Versace before. It's much more easy, much more, a woman today.
The girl's already gorgeous. We've stuck to browns, and then we've just got a beautiful, baby pink lip gloss with a slight hint of pink, and glowing cheeks with a slight hint of kind of goldy, like a brown beige peach to it. But it's just to make the girls look healthy and gorgeous and stunning.
Donatella focused on essential pieces like snappy coats and slender skirts, with the important message being volume in the silhouette.
My point of this collection is about constructed clothes. The clothes must be much more constructed than before, and the volume should be bigger in the shoulder and in the up of the body. I think shoulder is the new sensual part of the body this season.
What I think was really smart of Donatella is that volume is big this season, but she knows her customer. So she delivered volume and a big shoulder and a big collar, or a strong shoulder. It wasn't a big shoulder, but a strong shoulder and a big collar, but kept the shapes lean and sexy the way the Versace woman wants to be.
The Versace signature has always been knockout glamour and red carpet ready dresses, and this collection included many standouts.
Evening was total red carpet all the way. It was so glammed up.
Very clean, very, sexy, wasn't too busy. It wasn't a lot going on, but it said a lot. I enjoyed the show, incredible, the best show I've seen.
And Donatella had her favorite.
The kind of embroidery done with Swarovski on tulle and metal mesh and beaded J. That is our own embroidery, nobody else can do it, and Camel Cat is wearing it at the show with special lights. It's amazing.
It was great because it was totally what Versace ought to be.
Since the days of the late designer Johnny, the Versace label has been almost synonymous with the glitz of Miami's South Beach. This season, Donatella took a trip to the desert oasis of Palm Springs.
The desert inspired me from the colors mostly. I was in Palm Springs recently, and from the colors, the golden colors of the sand and the sunset was very, very inspiring. And also was about the hair, this breeze, the desert, the lightness that I translated to the fabrics, which are very light.
The desert inspired not just the palette, but also the prints.
There is a cactus print with the cactus flower, which I think is a great flowers for the print. And also there is another print with a hotel in the desert. There is a great swimming pool in the print, and cactus flowers and cactus plants, and written Cactus Springs.
The Versace woman personifies La Dolce Vita.
We are doing this beautiful glowing skin with light gold on the cheekbones, highlights on the brow bones and the eyelids, a little bit of chocolate pencil around the eye, and a bit of a lash. Very glamorous, girls with a slight kick to them, just very healthy and glowing, and this is kind of like an evening springtime look.
Taking each section and blow drying with a round brush with lots of thickening lotion on. Putting highlights through the front so it's a little more blonde. Just gorgeous, flowing, dreamy hair that's like, takes quite a long time to do, hence I'm in the rush.
It was really well done. It was real Versace. It was well finished. Everything was well made. I saw them working right up to the second before the show. And it was just sexy, form-fitting, really strong. And I love the way they sent out the girls 5 in a row, and it looked like Charlie's Angels or something, like these really invincible women.
When a girl wants to go out in a good dress, that's a dress for you. She does believe in big time evening. And I thought the black one with sprinkled dust with Hollywood, and all those dresses where I'm sure everyone is putting their name on them, particularly the gold one, the little gold one. And I think, you have what Donatella does, that great pant, that great top. It all looks really good.
Give us the fashion, give it to us fast. I love that energy and that confidence. And it really, just the girls exude that confidence. Well groomed and very tight and smart and fitted and great.
It was really the beginning of a new era for Versace. It was a brand new theatre, the Versace Teatro, which has actually been redeveloped. I think it's about a cost of €4 million in this wonderful 1920s palazzo. And this is a dream that Donatella and Gianni used to talk about many, many years ago. I think everyone felt that if Gianni was still around, he'd be very, very proud.
Well, it's been a long week here, and I think Donatella really, toward the end of the week, came through with a fabulous collection. First, the whole opening section, the day clothes, really smart, pretty, upbeat tailoring. I loved it. It was so nice. The great coats, the adorable little shorts. She did sort of ladylike shorts with the low slung with the bare tummy, but it still looked really nice and chic and pulled together.
The colors were really sort of fresh and bright. There was a wonderful pink and an aquamarine, chocolate, black and white and brown mixed together, and some neon. The graphic prints were sort of Dadaist, so you had great big swirls of brown and aubergine, and it was really, arresting. It was quite courage, quite 60s. But I think because of the lighter fabrics that they were using, it looked fresh and new.
I mean, nobody does those long jersey dresses better than she does. Nobody does the corseted dresses better than she does. And I thought this collection, more than in the past, really melded her couture work and her ready-to-wear work. You really saw in the evening the kind of techniques that we've always seen from her when she shows couture in Paris. And she brought it here without sparkly or spangly bits, just with really immaculate use of jersey and materials. And it was really pretty.
The corsetry in particular was stunning. The gold dress, which looked like a full metal dress, in fact, it's I just went back to check, it's some kind of PVC paillette, and very, very light. So I think she said she's working a lot on the technological side of it as well.
Sometimes Versace stands apart in its own pink and yellow universe, and this time it was like all the pieces you want for this season. The little sort of dresses that everyone's wearing, the little smock dresses, or a great short, or a little cutaway jacket, or a simple approach to evening with a flat shoe. I mean, a flat shoe for evening at Versace, and she did it, and how nice is that?
In Milan, Versace remains one of the most relevant shows on the fashion calendar. The Italian house owes its fashion clout to Donatella Versace's ability to interpret the cultural climate into her collections. Even top model Dario Werboe couldn't resist Donatella's allure this winter, returning to the runway after a several-season hiatus.
It's a bit of adrenaline rush. I think it's her energy. She kind of has a really amazing sort of way of bringing back the old school way of fashion. You know, she's always got a theme going. There's always, a whole energy, and it's just always fun to do.
While everyone was having all that fun, Donatella managed to lock in on key trends of the season.
My key message is a new silhouette which I call bell shape. It's a silhouette very constructive but not constrictive. Very small waist, rounder hips. It's done through fabrics, special fabrics, which I research very much in Italy and Japan.
I thought this really was her best collection ever. And it also kind of came together. I mean, it made the entire fashion week in Milan come together. She used techie fabric, shine, architectural shapes, long and lean. All the trends just came down that runway. Started out with black, shiny, patent leather, then segued into these flashes of incredible color, tomato red, bright blue, Kelly green, wham, bam, fabulous.
The colors is white, black, a touch of silver, and some bright color as well, as strawberry red and turquoise.
It's a collection that was strong in the way she's working now. There were a lot of quite 60s-y coats, a lot of looser shapes, a very kind of nice kind of sweatshirty dresses, for lack of a better way to describe it, jersey cut very loose, worn with the boot, and some really nice day dresses, quite simple sheaths. For evening, it was what she does. It was very well done, beautiful draped bodices, lovely colors.
The evening is embroidered with mirror and plastic shapes. We're gonna see back some 3 numbers in metal mesh but short cocktail dresses embroidered with mirror as well.
It wasn't all that kind of hard sex that she used to do back in the day.
I could just see this show and be happy to be in Milan. She's really at her peak right now, and it was marvelous. No decoration, no ornamentation, clean architectural lines. Incredible show.